Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aiman Haziq bin Adnan Izan. I'm from group CS2456A, and today I'm going to presenting my final year project for this semester. The project title is Heuristic Approach on Home Automation IoT Device Security Vulnerability using Man in the Middle tab. And my supervisor is Madam Nur Azilia binti Ahmad Azam. And my lecturer for this semester is Sir Muhammad Ali bin Muhammad Isa. Let's proceed to the introduction. Introduction of my project. Nowadays, we can see that home automation devices have become well-known devices with the growth of new technology in the past few decades. The internet service starting to improve, and now the device can be controlled wirelessly and remotely, and this is called the home automation or the Internet of Things. So this project will be targeting the embedded device that are mostly used for the IoT device, and the setup will be developed. The setup of the test bed will be developed first to test the approach that have been implemented towards the device. Each setup and approach will be implement the security towards the authorization and the connection, and the attack will be tested to the device using man-in-the-middle attack techniques to see the security implementation is effective to prevent from the intercepting or from being man-in-the-middle attack inside the local area network. Move to the project background. My project background is due to the IoT device are prone to various attacks either from the network connection or from the software, as shown in the OWASP Top 10 IoT in 2018. ESP8266 or the microcontroller, which is well known used by IoT device nowadays, is common device and most embedded device used as for the IoT device technology. This standard connection mostly lack of security implementation because they use the standard HTTP connection. And I'm going to set up a smart light control device, and that setup will be used as my testbed for this project. Project objective. My project objectives is to set up a smart light control device as a testbed for this project. The testbed will be identify the connection protocol vulnerability that existed inside the device, and several approach will be implemented, and each approach will be analyzed and perform the man-in-the-middle attack to identify the connection security vulnerabilities, and also the patch will be implemented and test will be repeatedly done until the security patch have been decided as a final patch to secure the connection protocol. Move to the project scope. My project scope is targeting the user who use the smart home as a part of their home appliances in their daily life. Also, I will intercept the network connection that device use using the man-in-the-middle attack for the security testing purpose. My project methodology. This is my project methodology, and during this project I will not involve any software development because it is more towards the testing and experimenting the configuration. So I think the spiral model suits best for this project because it consists of several test plan, risk analysis, and repeated testing and developing to ensure the objective of my project can be achieved. Next is the project methodology. Starting from the determining the objective, I will be study about the home automation device development and also understand the protocol used during this phase by using several research paper and internet as a source. Next, I will identify and resolve the risk. I will gather all the requirements and learn about the device connection protocol. And the last phase is development and testing. During this phase, I will be set up a test bed for testing process, and I will test the security towards each approach that have been implemented, and this phase will be repeatedly uh, done during the process of development and testing. We move to the project demonstration. Okay, this is my smart light control. I will be using the Node MCU as a microcontroller for the IoT device, and I will set up to control the LED or the light. This is just a simple setup test bed to demonstrate the project. Right now, this is my PC, and the attacker machine. I will be using the Kali Linux OS using the VMware, and we proceed to the first approach first. So this is the serial monitor of my device. This show the device has been connected to my Wi-Fi connection, and I will be use this IP address to access the browser. Now everyone can control the device inside the local network because there are no authorization process inside this approach. This is most unsecure approach because user also can, not only user, anyone also can control it from anywhere also, and from the local network. And there are no authorization or login authentication have been implemented inside this approach. See if I turn on the light. The light is turned on. If I click off, the light is turned off. Okay, this is my demonstration for the testbed testing and the attack. And we can see here, this second approach, there are no SSL or the HTTPS connection, only the HTTP. The browser say your connection to this site is not secure. Do the man in the middle attack towards the device connections. Open the attack tool first. I will be using the attack cap graphical to make it easier to demonstrate the man in the middle attack. Make sure the interface network is same as the user network. Start. First, scan the host. Host has been scanned. We can see here several IP address has been connected inside the network. The first one, this is the gateway or the router IP address. This is the user machine, and this is the device. To place the machine between the user and the device or the microcontroller, select the user as a target 1 and the device as a target 2. Now, attacker can perform the ARP spoofing by select the option ARP poisoning. And the attack is start. Right now, attacker is now listening to all the HTTP packet data that have been transferred from the user to the device. So we move back to the user PC. We log in into the smart light controller and see the user successfully logged into the smart light controller, but the attacker able to intercept all the credential that has been passed by the browser. Okay, we move to the second test or the attack, which is the packet sniffing using Wireshark. This is the second approach with no secure connection, no authentication, with only the authentication. Okay, we open the Wireshark first. Good. This is the user machine and this is the attacker machine listening using Wireshark. When the user log into the main page, you can see here all the packet has been accepted and been captured. Okay, the user successfully logged into the main page. Okay, there are 5 requests: get and request and respond from the user, between the user and the device. Right click, follow the string, and here we can clearly see all the HTTP requests from the user to the web server, and also we can see the login credential that have been transmitted over the network in plain text. Okay, we move to the final patch of the security implementation of this project. This is the final patch, which is the secure patch that have been implemented, where the code have been uploaded. Here, the connection protocol have been changed into HTTPS. Let's see, this is the before the encryption. You can see here, connection is secure and the certificate is valid. Now, this is the HTTPS connection, and what if the hacker or the attacker try to attack by using the man in the middle attack? We repeat the same process like before. This is target 1, this is target 2. Proceed with the sniff and ARP poison. By having the HTTPS connection, all the connection have been encrypted. So when enter, wait here, as I mentioned, I'm using the 2408 bit of the encryption long. That's why the process is a little bit slow. And as you can see here, user able to access, but attacker unable to intercept any credential due to the HTTPS connection or the secure connection. Next, we try to attack using the Wireshark, which is the packet sniffing method. Due to the unsuccessful ARP spoofing attack to the secure connection, the attacker will try to use the Wireshark to capture all the packet. Let's try Wireshark. Okay, we move to the user. User enter login. User able to access with the secure connection, but we stop it first. Okay, let's see what's inside the packet. We can clearly see here all the gibberish data. This gibberish data actually is encrypted data that have been transmitted over TCP connection. from the user and the device. The, the connection between the user and device using TLS version 1.2. And let's filter the HTTP to see if there is any HTTP connection. That's all for the demonstration of the secure on and of the security and the final patch that have been implemented to the device. And lastly, we move to the conclusion of my project. As for the conclusion for my project, we can conclude that the secure connection is important towards the IoT device, although it is in the LAN or the private network. HTTP protocols is a vulnerable protocol towards the man-in-the-middle attack or the network intercepting. This project shows how the important HTTPS connection, especially to the IoT device that are connected inside our LAN. The connection should be encrypted because if not, the attacker or the insider hacker can intercept the connection and read all the login credential freely. That's all from me. Thank you very much for lending your ear to listen to my presentation video. And next we move to the Q&A session.